Today in Avatar Standard, we are revisiting our white auras with just a few tweaks. The reason being, guys, this deck counters all of the ramp we're seeing. Simic Aggro, 63%. Mono Green Landfall, 66. Mono Green Stompy, 61%. Sure, it's got some bad matchups, but it dominates everything else so hard, including all those unfair ramp decks that we had to bring it back one more time. Don't worry, we're going to have Orzhov Skeletons next. Like and subscribe. Let's go. Mythic! Mythic with a 4 rare deck. Let's go. Yeah! Smashing. Let's go. Hey, it's Mythic Mike. All these ramp decks, we had to come back with the White Auras deck that we created. How do we know we created it? Because I made the deck -8 cards that took off, and then no one else was playing mono White Auras. I put Most Helpful Weaver in, and you can see on Untapped that people were experimenting with slightly different variants. My old version had the Room and had 4 Slumbering Keep cards instead of 4 Spellbook Vendors. The version that is popping off the most, and you can see they're like variants of it. My exact deck was this one, which now is 56.7. It used the Room. The Room is not as good anymore because we're not playing against Boral's Burn and Mono Red where we have to survive. We're playing against Ramp and Combo that we need to win quick and get over the top. So when you actually go to this version just replaces the Room with the Flying. You get to 59.2%. So honestly, you don't even need any more rares, the only rare being that, and you still get to 59.2. But if you wanted to go a little higher, replacing the Slumbering Keep cards with the Spellbook Vendor gets you a little higher, right? 26,000. Again, it's my deck, but they replace the Room with this and the Slumbering Keep cards with this. I mean, same exact lands, playing veteran. Come on, guys. Come on. Also, you could see when it was happening in real time. And then there's variants where they mix the two, right? One of them is interesting, right? They mix Spellbook Vendor in this. So it's an interesting deck, and it has really good stats versus Mono Green. What I did here is, look, I haven't fully tested this out, but I did make some tweaks that I think might be helpful here. The tweaks I made, one, why not have an Abandoned Air Temple? It enters tapped unless you control basic land. Okay, at least one will always work. It can buff your board. So I think that's a clear add. I did take 1 land out. I think 19 is probably fine, especially since we got rid of the Room. Although it is always nice to get 3 lands for Spellbook Vendor. I don't think it's needed. We took out 1 Veteran Survivor. I'm seeing a little less Reanimator. And additionally, I really just like the extra scry of Slumbering Thief cards, so we're putting 2 of them in for the 1 land and that. Besides that, it is the highest list there. And yeah, we just are buffing our creatures to the sky. Most Helpful Weavers, giving them double strike. This thing has hexproof, goes through the air. And yeah, it's just a clean build. I think the reason it beats green is because we have removal here, removal here, and then we can kind of go through the air with these huge swings. I went through the deck tech on the last video in my October 29th. Check it out if you haven't. But I did want to revisit it, do a little tweaks that I think are nice for perfecting. And don't you worry, guys. We have an Orzhov Skeletons coming soon. But considering we have 2 of the top win rate decks, I did want to revisit this one. My Mono Green's still smashing, baby, although this counters it. And then we're going to make one that counters both. So like and subscribe, baby. Let's go. All right, Cordelio. What a weird meta, guys. What a weird meta. Just combos, ramp, and this White Auras has somehow kept up. It obviously loses to board wipes, but it just dominates everything else so hard that it is worth it. Now, there was an argument to put this on it and hold up Charlemagne. Okay, I'm glad I didn't. We do have some answer here with our Survivor guy, right? Oh. Wow. So he got it straight off the bat, huh? That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me. This goes to show, though, my God, we're fast, huh? So we just win before he even gets to turn 3. Or gets to his, sorry, turn 4 to get this back. We can protect it if he tries to kill it. And then seam rip for the anything he puts down. This gives it double strike. The big thing that when I made this deck originally is I realized most helpful Weaver was the missing piece. I realized that because I played it in my Battlefront Skeletons and realized it was sick there too. So, all right. Well, this deck's still good. All right, Dennison, let's go. Let's go. Multitenda. That is an interesting one. I think we just do this for now. Insidious Roots. Too bad we actually have the answer for Insidious Roots. Poor guy, huh? Poor guy. Let's go. Does he give up already? I think we can make Insidious Roots with the Badger. So I buffed this and I buffed this. Shard Mains is sick! Alright, Zulker, let's go. Let's go. We have made only the slightest changes to the current deck list. But, as noted, the base was a Mythic Mike original, so I don't feel bad. And my exact mono green list and this list, not updated for these minor tweaks that I just did, are the top win rate decks on Arena and the most popular ones. We've done it before, though. MTG Joe features the top win rate decks. I'm always on his channel, right? Like, think about it. We used to have the budget fling decks, Rakdos fling. We've had the Jund fling ones, right? Both with Pigment Burner, but also with the Might. We've had Dimir skeletons, mono black skeletons on the list a bunch. We've had so many bangers, baby. So many bangers. I mean, he's just dead, right? So what's funny, when I originally made this, Boros Auras and mono red with a lot of burn was very popular, which is why I did not go with Feather and Flight. The reason being that you don't want to get blown out by their burn spells. And also, we didn't really need to go through the air because, interesting. Because all we needed was to survive their burn onslaught, right? So as long as we just had a creature out that got big with a little life gain would be helpful, then we would win. Like one life gain swing would win the game, especially with double strike from our spider. That is no longer the case. You can gain all the life in the world, you're still going to lose to all the combos and ramp. Still going to lose to all the combos and ramp. But my God, does it still wreck mono red, right? So silly. What do they even do? All right, Werfin, let's go. It's always tricky whether you put veteran or optimistic first. Usually I think I go veteran, especially if we... Oh. Well. I think it is optimistic now since we know what they're doing. If you're going in blind, I think veteran's better because you might get their graveyard. It does more damage. And if they kill it, you kind of like having optimistic later. So mono white aggro, this Auras deck, has a positive win rate versus green ramp, which is very interesting. Now, my green ramp, the most popular one, I did put 3 scrap shooters in. I had 4 at once. So I think people are misplaying it. And also, maybe the stats are including one, like other decks that are not mine. Because I think we've got a pretty sick matchup, honestly. I think my green's decent against this because of the scrap shooters, is the point. But still, I mean, they have to deal with a lot of removal is the problem, right? Like, we've got 4 seam rips and 4 ghosts, and we have speed and flying on the white side. What's good about green, though, is the scrap shooters have reach, and 4 of the mana dorks have reach, the 2/2 spiders, right? But as you can see, they can get some tough draws. They can get some tough draws. So should I be building 1 up? I don't think so. If I knew I had a flying spell, I'd build 1 up because then we could win through the air on the 3rd chapter. Well, I guess this is a great match to show why the stats are as they are. And again, our budget version is still doing well. I would probably replace the room with the flying, even if you were staying, but oh, there it is. See? He's playing my deck. This is my exact deck. People are so funny, though. People get so mad when I say they're my decks. It's like I made this deck card for card, and then immediately people started playing it after my video. How are you mad about that? It's very weird. I think they're just losers, is what I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's the flying. So I did put in, I have updated this slightly. I put in 1 less land. I put in 1 of those new avatar lands that buffs everything, because why not? It comes in untapped. And I also replaced 1 veteran survivor. So 1 veteran survivor, 1 land with 2 of the slumbering, because I do like the added scry, and it has like a big wing con attached. So I do like it. But yeah, as I was saying, it's so obvious when I make a deck. Like this one I made, and what was funny with the green, my video had 3 scrap shooters and 2 Tyvars. But then I updated the list right after I posted it, because I was like, maybe we should put more scrap shooters to deal with Auras, to 4 scrap shooters and 1 Tyvar. So that's what a lot of people were playing. Then I kind of changed my mind because I liked how good Tyvar was, and I wasn't facing as much Auras. So I switched the list back to 3 scrap shooters and 2 Tyvars instead of 4 scrap shooters and 1. And then the people playing it on Untapped GG, which compiles stats, there were like some people playing my old version and some people playing my new. And those were the... It's like, what more for... I mean, also just the fact that it's card for card my deck, right? People are so weird, though. They get really weird about even acknowledging I made the deck. Even other creators, like, won't acknowledge that I make decks. It's very weird. All right, let's go, baby. All right, Stevie Pay. Same thing with this white deck, though. When I made the budget version, which was the same deck minus 8 cards, and honestly, I would have, in the current meta, I would have put Feather and Flight, as I noted. I didn't because we were playing against so much burn. And this is worse against burn. All right, here it is. But people, it's so obvious when I make a deck too, because I made the video. No one was playing mono white auras. There were some people playing like blue white auras and blue black auras, and mono white auras. No one was playing it with the spider thing. I made the deck, and then mono white auras became popular right after. You can see it on Untapped. But even more importantly, I click on Untapped every day, which compiles stats and decks. And I could see after I posted my video, people were playing my budget version, and which, by the way, is still doing well. I see people in the Numbers Mythic playing my exact budget version all the time. And then you saw people like changing one card here, one card there, and you saw decks kind of split off, right? And then one of the decks that split off was the one with the Feather and Flights and the Roll Token guy. Oh, so that's 4 now, huh? Okay. I think we do that. Should I not be? I mean, it's a little weird. I'm trying to get this back. Maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done the land now that I'm thinking about it. Because I can always just take the sheltered, right? Okay. Yeah, I messed this up. But you... Oh, see? This is my budget version he's playing. And he's at 98%, right? I love all the scry there. I could do this, which would be interesting, but I think... Do I have a roll token on here? No, right? Oh, I do. Oh, God, so much scry, huh? That's the coolest thing about this deck. It's like, find what you want, baby. Find what you want. Now, I've been playing... I don't know if I showed stats in the beginning. We'll see. Because the stats for this deck are proven, you know, and I made only minor changes. But this is obviously similar to the one that's been proven. And I've been playing it on my phone. Like, some I'll play a lot on an actual computer just so I can show you the stats. But, like, I don't need to show you the stats on Mono White Auras. You know they're good. You know they're good. And this is, yeah, this is my little budget version, which is also good. God, this deck's really good, huh? Oh, I do think I take that. God, this scry is wild. You'll see why I did put 2 Slumbering Sleep Guard. Again, I took out a land and a... and one of the Survivor guys for it. I mean, look at that. That's an 8/8. Alright, he better get a sheltered right now. He better get a sheltered right now. By the way, I am I have an Orzhov skeleton deck that's actually good in the meta. So don't worry. We're playing one of these, but then we're gonna be back with an original banger. Ah, so easy to get in the numbers. Let's go. All right. Did I mess up? No, I think this is it. This is a little wild. So the reason I'm doing this, we'll see if I mess this up. This guy can scry, right? So I should be able to get a land next turn. I'll have a few looks at it, even if I don't get it this turn. Alright. I will get that out of here, I think. I don't really want him gaining life. There we go. So I was on the draw, so it kind of puts me a turn behind, but whatever. I guess we'll do this. It's a little risky, right? He obviously could just... don't think we're going to do that, actually. He obviously could just kill it. A good sign that he didn't, right? I'm going to save the Shardmans. Shoot. Alright, I mean, that is rough, I'll tell you that. We're not completely out of it yet, though. Alright. Does he have another one, or can we survive this? So if we, like, get an Ethereal or something, we would win this, still. Don't think there's a reason to play it now, right? What could I possibly get? I guess I could get the flying guy, right? I mean, I have to play this, so... Shoot, there's no way, huh? Do I need another creature? Or should I take this? I guess I'll take this. Oh, tight, huh? But you see what I mean? I mean, we're getting wiped and we're still doing okay. Does he have a kill spell? He does, so I should have taken the... I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, right? Yeah. Alright. Can't win them all. Good game. Alright, it could be. Let's go. So why do I care if people think I made a deck? Well, because I'm not one of these content creators that is just doing this either as a job or for money. Or one of the people like, oh, I'm going to show you guys the coolest new deck that the pros made or that's on Untapped. I find it interesting. We're going to do this. I find it interesting to actually make the decks. I'm good at it. And it takes me a lot of time to actually go and painstakingly, is this card better? Is this card better? Which is how I get the top win rate decks. And I spend, as you saw, like sometimes I play 100 games with a deck tweaking it. And those are the ones that work, not to mention the ones that don't. Not to mention the ones that don't. So I think we do have to move fast, huh? And then someone recently said, why do you care if people think you made the green deck? Why are you pretending you made the green deck? It's like, dude, I made it card for card. You idiot. And also people are like, oh, this is just legendary. It's just a version of Did I just win this already? Or it's just a version of the green historic Craterhoof elves. And it's like, okay, but I didn't even know about the deck. Second of all, I made it work in standard. Mashing, let's go.